and welcome to the first ever episode of the Sami Owens Show. And tonight's guest is the one and only CynicalCitrus, my friend Cedric. What is up?
Not a lot. I've been doing a lot of schoolwork today, and I'm pretty excited to just take a break from this and just have a little bit of fun. I'm alright.
Well, I'm happy to hear that. So, what brings you onto the show today?
Deep and insightful questions. Things that the average man thinks about every day. Things that, come up in your head often, but never really are said in public. They're a little taboo. So, if you don't mind, we can just jump right into it.
Let's jump right in.
So, starting off, mildly controversial, very heated. What's the Grinch? What is he? Right?
Right.
Because it's never really outright stated. Like, he's implied to be a Who, but he's definitely not. He's like, just at least comparatively to the little society down there, and who knows, he might just be an outcast. He's very visually different. He's covered in hair. Nobody else down there really is. They're kind of fuzzy, but not to the same extent the Grinch is. He's got different... His eye colors are drastically different. How he lives is drastically different. His interests don't even correlate. It kind of makes you think it spans beyond like a different culture or a different background. He's almost like an entirely different species. And again, I have no research going into this. I'm fascinated at what you think about this, Sammy. What do you think off the top of your head, or at least initially, do you think the Grinch is?
That is a very great question, because The Grinch is one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And if you think back to the scene where they're in the post office and he's just doing jury duty, and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Cindy Lou Who and her father were talking about what the Grinch could be, and they referred to him as a what? Which, I don't know how helpful that is in this situation. So
That's interesting, because that implies that they don't even know what he is. Like, he's something they've never seen before, but something they just... He's almost like... He's like folklore at that point.
right, that makes a lot of sense. However, if you do want to try to figure out, like, if he is a citizen of Whoville or anything within that realm, I think he technically could be a Who resident, because he does have a mailbox there. And
he does?
Yeah. It's
really?
like in that same scene.
That's right. He gets letters. I forgot about that.
Right, but it's all filled with cobwebs. And some people would probably say, like, he shouldn't be classified as a citizen since he lives out of town. But if you think about it this way, where I live, there are farmers outside of town that are still considered residents of this town.
Well, on that note, though, first of all, do we know if the mailbox is like state issued? Like, just because he put it up doesn't necessarily mean he's on like the town registry. But on that same note, right, you kind of got to wonder if he's even part of the town, because in that same note, while yes, they're technically citizens of that area, if he's located outside of Whoville, then logistically he could just be some guy living in like a cabin in the woods, like completely on undocumented land. Surely that's happened before, but on that same note, I'm kind of agreeing with you where he might be a citizen, because more often than not, when somebody is living in a cabin outside of state land and people know about him, they come and they seize the land and the property no matter how long they've been there. So seeing as the Grinch is recognized, they know he exists, and... excuse me. And he's, like, there, he's nearby, it would seem that people know who he is and recognize that he's there, so the fact that he still has residence is kind of indicative that he is a resident.
That is definitely true from, like, both sides of the argument. And another part about what he could be, like when Cindy Lou Who was asking questions to other residents of Whoville. The older ladies we're talking about where all the young Who boy and Who girls come from. And the Grinch rode in on that same gust of wind.
Oh.
So, he might be a Who. However, he could be classified as a different sort of Who.
Do you think he's like a... maybe just like a different race or ethnicity? Because, well, and even then, are we counting the Jim Carrey movie as canon? Are we including that?
Yeah, that's basically where I'm getting all my arguments.
Okay. I can do that then. Well... the Grinch... Hold on. I'm on the wiki right now, trying to find anything about the Grinch video game?
Wait, there's a Grinch video game?
It would seem so. I'll look at that in a minute, but the Grinch is a fictional character. That's just his depiction. Depicted as a green, pot-bellied, furry, pear-shaped, snub-nosed creature with a cat-like and cynical personality. For adaptations, he's colored yellow-green. Misanthropic, ill-natured, mean-tempered. So, this is just kind of like... okay. This is just kind of describing what he is. Ill-tempered, taken in by two Who women who proves unruly schoolboy and is bullied by a schoolmate. The Grinch is finally provoked to grieve. Okay, so something I did actually notice was the comment that his heart was 2 sizes too small. Have we ever seen that in other Whos? Like, is that a normal trait, or is that like... because either you could argue that is a deformity, or that is indicative that he is not actually a Who.
I don't think that is a very common trait in Whos, because it's never mentioned throughout any of the movies.
Because not only that, I'm sure they pointed it out because it was abnormal in the Grinch end, but we do actually see his heart and we see it growing. That's unusual. Even if that's just supposed to show that he's becoming more compassionate, that is definitely a physical abnormality. Whatever this thing is, it's really gross.
Yeah. I think that could be a birth defect, because if you look at his face, it's kind of like how the Who's noses look.
Oh, you're right about that, yeah.
So if you look at it that way, maybe that could be... and like, he could be a birth defect as a whole.
He's just gonna have that gross little, like, snub nose with the weird lips.
Exactly.
Even in the Jim Carrey version, they had similar facial features, like the weird, like, wrinkles everywhere and the flat face. That is odd. Well... That's a good question. I'm not really sure. I mean, okay, if he is a Who, why is he hairy? Why is he green? Why is his eyes yellow? Is it just because he's such an unlikable bastard? Right? Is it like something that occurred to him while he was in conception? Is it like some kind of deformation? Is he just ugly as hell? Who knows, you know? Like, I know some babies that came out of the womb with hair on their shoulders, right?
Right.
Not necessarily a bad thing. It's just like, why does he look like that?
Right. There's so many possibilities, and all of those are very great questions.
I don't know. Where would we turn for more information on this?
Honestly, the other day, I was just thinking about the Grinch randomly, and I was just trying to see if Jim Carrey had an Instagram or something like that. Like, just so I could pick his brain of what he thinks. However, I couldn't find an Instagram for him.
Damn. I don't know. Then where do we go from there, right? Because there's not a whole lot of documentation on what he is. Well, I don't know. Given the information we have, he has residence. He seems to be recognized as a citizen as he has housing and an address. He bears some very broad characteristics with the rest of the Who's, including like his height, his general physique, his face. But obviously, with the exception of being hairy and green and an unlikable bastard. Overall, it seems like he's just some kind of deformed Who.
Right, because something I just remembered. Whoville is inside of a snowflake in all of the Grinch movies.
Right.
And in like other movies, when it's not Christmas, like Courtney Goes to Who, Whoville is on a flower.
Mm-hmm.
So that technically means he is within the city limits. Well, not really city limits, but
I'm reaching my limit with this asshole. I hate him. If I met the Grinch in real life, I'd beat him to death with hammers. I can tell you that. Who doesn't like Christmas? I'd kill the Grinch. I could do it. He has his contraptions, but I have my unfathomable might.
Yeah, I
God, the things I would do to the Grinch.
Yeah, I believe you could take him in a fight.
Do you think you could take the Grinch in a fight?
Great question.
I could kill him.
I mean, probably. Oh, and on tvtropes.org, I found this. The Grinch is actually the same species as the Who's. He is a different subspecies, though, explaining his greenness. The Grinch kind of Who are actually quite numerous, but live quite a distance away from Whoville.
What's he doing so far away?
He just hates people and Christmas.
Oh, bro. So it's not like a species thing. It's not like a cultural thing to hate Christmas. He's just a bastard.
Yeah, pretty much.
Huh. Evil bastard. So then that pretty much confirms it.
Yeah, he's basically a Who, but a subspecies.
Weird. How many other ones do you think there are? Like,
well, there's probably at least two more, because his parents. But we never see where they are.
Or who they are.
Okay, that's a good one. But no matter what your feelings are about The Grinch, you gotta admit, it's a great movie.
Oh, it's a great movie, but I would beat him to death.
Fair.
It would not be fair. It'd be one-sided. I'd kick his ass.
Oh no, I meant like your feelings about him are fair.
I would do terrible things to the Grinch.
Man, this is fun.
I agree. Well, with that sorted and the case closed, what's next on the agenda?
I don't know. Why don't you explain it?
Is Garfield a model American? Like, can you look at that guy, look at his, like, general characteristics and traits, and reasonably be like, yeah, he embodies the average American citizen? And I'm not just talking, like, one part of the country. I'm talking, like, overall.
Yeah, like the overall American stereotype.
And moreover, do you think he fits that mold now more than he did in his inception? I would argue yes. But I would like you to lead. Think about it for a minute. What do you think about Garfield? What comes to mind when you think of him? His luscious appearance, his silky smooth textures, his coarsened yet refined personality.
He's a bit on the chunkier side.
Oh, he's fat as hell.
Sure. Let's just say it like that. Let's
Morbidly,
see.
disgustingly, absolutely unbearably obese. There's no reason he should be shaped like that. Like, He's not even like built proportionally to be obese. He's actually just round.
Okay, so Garfield came out in like 1978, like the
He's
first,
gay?
yeah, the first comics of him.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, there's a Garfield movie coming out in 2024.
Really?
Wait, is that the one? Oh, yep, the Chris Pratt led Garfield animated movie.
Chris Pratt? Chris Pratt's gonna be Garfield.
Yeah, he's Mario. Now he's Garfield. As long as he doesn't become Shrek, we're fine.
Yeah, I suppose. We'll see how that goes, I guess. But go on, sorry.
Alright, but anyway, he hates Mondays. He loves.
Oh, who doesn't?
Fair.
Go on.
Let's see. He loves lasagna,
Oh my
Which-
god, yes.
which Americans love. Traditional Italian food, but made in American ways,
Yes.
like pizza, any kind of pasta.
TV dinners, McDonald's, slop from the floor, raw chicken, nothing's really off bounds. Like I said, we're losing a lot of our culture. We're kind of turning into a little more animalistic. Slowly turning into Garfield as the years go on. You catch my drift.
You're not wrong.
Am
And
I? Because I made most of that up on the fly.
well, yeah, like
You just tell me
back.
what I want to hear? You just tell me what I want to hear, Sammy.
Even you came up with that on the fly, and you're not wrong.
Oh, well, thank you. But sorry,
And-
continue.
And back when Garfield was introduced, he was basically just ahead of his time. He was predicting what America would be like.
Right.
Mostly out of shape, loves food, hates Mondays.
Oh, who doesn't?
Yeah, I kind of hate Mondays too.
Moreover, he's unemployed. He's very cranky. He's very narcissistic. He's incredibly douchey. Overall, Garfield's just kind of like an old cranky bastard, and we're kind of seeing the old cranky bastard vibe filling in the average American more and more each day with a more cynical outlook on the world. I mean, for God's sake, the only reason Garfield hates Mondays is because there's no freshly made lasagna, and he must persist on leftovers for the week.
That is
Most-
a very good take on that.
No, it's true. It's true. I found
Right.
it on the internet. And, like, again, that just kind of circles back to the point. He's not working. He's mooching. All he does is eat, sleep. He sleeps in until, like, noon. I mean, if anything, it's like you said, Garfield's ahead of his time. And as time goes on and on, we're seeing more people getting Garf-pilled. Little Garf cells. Garfield people, Getting
Right.
into that shit. Becoming more lazy, shitty, and douchey. And then very obvious, like, signs of positivity in his life, such as the beloved dog, Odie, he treats like garbage. He actively antagonizes because they don't share the same negative worldview as him. So I'm saying he's a reprehensible piece of garbage. And much like the Grinch, I would beat him to death with my bare hands. Do you think you could beat Garfield in a fight?
Honestly, I could punt it to the moon, but I'm not one for animal abuse.
Oh, no. Of course not. Say he was a normal American citizen.
Oh,
Would
yeah.
Would you, Sami Owens, commit acts of violence against Garfield?
Sure.
Oh, I would definitely. Don't you lie to yourself. I know how you feel about Garfield. I've seen your blog posts. I know all the alternate accounts. I'm just making shit up. But all the same.
Well, yeah, we can't forget about his sarcasm.
Oh my god, don't even get me started.
Because Americans are way more sarcastic than pretty much anyone else in the world.
Yeah, I mean, we're very cynical, very, very sarcastic. And moreover, if you actually watch the older Garfield animated series, I believe it was the 80s and 90s, he is incredibly sarcastic. Like, almost every other word that comes out of his mouth is very monotone, very sarcastic. Nothing he says he genuinely means. He wants to get rid of the dog. He wants to harass John. Every word that comes out of his mouth is just antagonizing someone else around him because he's a spiteful piece of work. I mean, look at the guy. Hold on. Let me get a picture of Garfield when he was younger.
All right.
First appearance. Oh my god. Ugh. Ew. God, look at him. Okay, get a load of this. Look at that. I feel like that better encapsulates what he's like than most modern takes do. Like, look at how gross he is. He's evil.
Wait, where is the picture?
It's in Discord. Pull it up, boy.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, let's close that up right there.
He's disgusting. He's the worst looking creature I've ever seen. I have seen creatures dwelling at the bottom of the ocean that look more appealing than he does. He's such an unlikable, unbearable piece of work. He's terrible. There's nothing I would love more than to stop looking at him, so I'm going to. I dread him, I loathe him, I love him. He's wonderful.
I don't want to look up James A. Garfield. I want Garfield the cat.
James A. Garfield.
Garfield.
There's a lot
the
of Garfield
cat.
movies. You remember that weird little resurgence he had in like yeah.
Oh no, I found something worse than that.
Oh, did you find smut?
Nope.
Oh, I could have.
Look at
I'm sure it
those.
exists. What? Oh, that's right. I know about that. Shit's funny. I love that. I've seen that around. It's not even an officially licensed toy. It's just something that looks like him. It's called like Orange Cat.
Garfield
Pretty funny.
Lasagna Party for the Nintendo Switch.
Lasagna. Say that again.
Garfield Lasagna Party for the Nintendo Switch.
Dude, I would waste so much time on that. You have no idea.
Honestly,
Oh my
same.
god. My life would be gone. Dude, I don't think you understand. That sounds like the shittiest game ever. I would play that for months.
Oh god, I need to play that on stream.
Dude, please let me know when you do.
Alright.
That's some good stuff.
There was also a Garfield racing game.
Oh, I heard about Garfield Kart. We love Garfield Kart.
I love any strange racing game. Like, especially the Nickelodeon ones.
Nickelodeon? I didn't know they had any.
Yeah, like there's a SpongeBob racing game for the PS2 that
Oh,
I
that doesn't surprise me.
absolutely loved as a child. Let's see.
I don't blame you. That sounds tremendous.
Racing game. What was it called again?
Sponge Kart? Maybe? I don't know.
I know that there's a somewhat newer one called Nickelodeon Kart Racers.
Really?
Yeah.
Everyone's trying to be Mario Kart.
There's one for the Xbox, one for the PS4.
Really?
Yeah. Let's see. There's a Nicktoons Racing. SpongeBob's Boating Bash. That's the one.
Oh, that's a good name. That's a good name.
That was a fun game. In fact, I also have a Shrek racing game for the Game Boy Advance.
Shrek racing game?
Yeah.
You guess.
I don't know where it is at the moment, but I think it was called Shrek Super Slam.
Shrek Super Slam.
Oh, yep, here it is.
Uh-huh.
Alright, well, here's a picture of the one for the Nintendo DS. But it is fun.
Is it now? Is that something you're willing to ride or die by?
Yes, it is.
Is that a fact? Tell me one good thing about it.
Just the chaos of it.
The chaos of it?
Yeah, like, there's regular Mario Kart, which, yeah, it's fun. But,
It's aight.
there are crazier items you can use in that game. You can actually use some sort of like potions to blow people up and all that other fun stuff.
Oh, that.
Oh, there's also a Shrek Smash and Crash Racing.
Smash and Crash Racing?
Yeah.
That sounds enjoyable.
In fact,
what's it?
Here's a screenshot.
That. Never mind. That looks awful. Oh my god.
Well, sometimes the awful-looking games are the most fun.
That's a good point. Shadow the Hedgehog was such a shitty game, dude. But like watching clips of it is hysterical. They really made that shit. They really made that, like, published it, and they're like, yeah, this is it. This is gonna make us money. People be tripping.
Yeah, there are some horrible looking games that I have played. I don't remember the names of any of them.
Okay.
But they were from many years ago.
Oh.
And I just had so much fun laughing at how bad it was.
Oh, dude, no, that's the move. It's like, and that's all you can really get out of those games anyway. It's like you can sit there and laugh at them, and it's like, it's plenty of fun. You enjoy doing it. You enjoy showing it to your friends and how ridiculous it is. We had a movie like that growing up. It was just some like straight-to-DVD film called Mega Shark vs. Giant Octopus.
I think I've seen that.
Have you really? It's like the worst
Yes.
shit I've ever seen. Or pretty close to it. I didn't like the new Avatar movie. But, like, there's so many shots where they just reuse the same scene because they're just out of stuff to use, and it's painfully obvious.
Right,
Like,
and I've seen like bits and pieces of a movie called Velocipaster. It looks
my
so
God.
horrible,
dude,
but
what
it
would
was
that even be
hilarious.
on?
Wait,
What
what's
would
that?
that be on?
I just saw some clips on YouTube, but let me
Send
see.
some.
Oh, let's see, Velocipaster. Oh, the Velocipaster.
Oh, I suppose that is a title. It's kind of like being, well, not really. It's like calling yourself Father Henry or something.
Okay, watch movie. No, I don't want to know the reviews. Wait, why were there so many 5-star reviews on that movie?
Yeah.
Oh, it's on Tubi.
What?
Yeah.
that's
Tubi,
probably
Voodoo,
just people
Crackle. You can buy it on YouTube for $4.
Okay. Sammy, got a question for you.
Alright.
You are offered a starring role in a movie. You will make $300,000 for your starring role since it's kind of a smaller film. But you have to do it shirtless and you have to wear a bra. Are you accepting it?
Yes, just for how much fun
Oh my god.
and how funny it would be.
I can picture that would be pretty good. Okay.
Like,
what if you
just-
had to do that, but you also had to wear like a leotard right underneath it, like one of those really gross ones that only covers your crotch and goes all the way up to your shoulders. And you always had to walk with your thumbs under the suspenders like a hillbilly.
Okay,
my conditions.
now that I'm getting a visual of it, that would be funny. Like,
That exactly, but it's like if your kids see it, it's like, bro, like they'll never have respect for their father again, you know?
I mean,
It's
it'd
like
be,
mortifying to see, right?
like, you know how some parents like to just playfully embarrass their kids? That is
Yeah,
what I would use.
Yeah, I just put on a bra and be publicly displayed on every film and every theater in the tri-state area. Yeah, just a little prank for my kids.
I mean,
Just playfully having fun. That's the type of shit you get. It's not that shit you get bullied for in school. That's some delightfully evil things you do.
but I mean, imagine the money you would make from that. Like, not just from the filming, but all the money you would get from the ticket sales.
You're right about that.
And the merchandise.
Mm. Yeah.
There would be Halloween costumes.
I mean, I suppose, but like on that same note, how much money are you willing to sacrifice for your dignity, Sammy? Would you really just do anything for money?
Nah, I have a bit of a dignity.
I was gonna say, depending on how you answer, I have a suggestion, but I'm not gonna say it on stream.
Oh God.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But okay, what else? Okay, picture you're in a church, right? And you're sitting, and you're minding your own business. You're just chilling, right? You have a giant box of communion wafers in your hand. You are alone in this church, and you're just chewing on wafers. And what happens is, as you're doing this, after like 30 minutes of doing this, you're just like, I'm kind of sick of these, you know, like they don't really taste like anything. So, in a way to like audibly voice your frustrations, you go, these taste mid as hell. And after a moment of silence, a large, booming voice surrounds you. Like that, it's the divine voice of the Father, God in heaven. And he goes,
What? Yeah, you're only supposed to eat one.
What is your honest reaction? What would you do? Would you be humbled by that? Would you apologize? Like,
Well,
upon hearing...
first off, I would crap myself for just being terrified from that voice coming out of nowhere.
You meet God and your first reaction is to shit yourself. That's not a very good first impression. I respect the hustle, but I don't know, man.
Like I would apologize.
So, oh, sorry.
Well, for that and that comment about the communion wafers.
I would like to retract my previous statement. I think these are fantastic. And then he looks down at you, he's like, you know I can know when you lie, right? What's your response to that? Would you gulp cartoonishly? Would you be like, boom?
Yeah, then I would just say, oh God.
He's like, yeah, that's me. Yep, that's me, bud. Yep. Oh, Sammy. You're doing yourself dirty in front of the Lord your God. How do you recover from this? What do you respond with?
Ooh. Oh. That is a great question.
Mm-hmm. How do you rebound? Because you only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow.
This opportunity comes once in a lifetime.
I have no idea what you're talking about. No, I'm just kidding. I know who Eminem is.
Well, the way I would redeem myself is just ask for forgiveness, then just keep spreading his word.
There you go. You can evangelize from that point on.
And then just give out bags of communion wafers and tell them to eat as much as you can.
Please. Here, eat these. Please say they're good. Please say they're good. Oh.
Even if they don't say they're good, they would have that exact same experience as I would.
Okay. Ooh.
So then that would just keep the cycle going. Then everyone would be addicted to communion wafers.
You right. Okay. Everybody has a divine encounter with God. He's like, dude, seriously, these aren't that bad.
Wait, I know you were talking about communion wafers. However, I just have a box of fortune cookies over here, so...
Oh, okay. You gonna eat some of those? Tell me what your fortune says. What would you do if you opened up a communion wafer and it was your... Not a communion, sorry. What if you did... What would you do if you were at like a Chinese restaurant, you're sitting down with your family, you're just eating, and the staff there is like really just being kind of odd around you. You can't really put your finger on it, but something is just kind of off, right? Mm-hmm. And they finally come around, they're like, here's your complimentary fortune cookie, and you're like, oh, thank you. A fortune cookie. My favorite part. And you crack it open, you're like, oh my god, this is going to be so awesome. I wonder what my fortune is. You spread it out, you pull it taut, you like kind of like pull it taut twice, go, you look at it, you're like, all right, let's see what it says, and it's your home address.
Oh god.
It's where you live.
That would be terrifying.
Oh my god, no. Better yet, it's a picture of your house.
Oh god. That would scare me.
And the staff is gone, they're all just kind of like eyeing you from the other side of the room. And your mom kind of seems nervous too. She's sweating. What would you do?
Well, I would just start fighting to just protect myself and out of fear because they know where I live.
Would you call the cops?
Honestly, yes. If the cops don't do anything, well, depending on where this place is, because the cops here in town honestly suck.
I don't know. I kind of like them.
There's like one that I like.
Really? I'm on pretty good terms with all of them, and especially just kind of being to a couple cities. The cops in that town are noticeably better than ones in inner cities.
I respect that, but yeah, I have my fortune right here from a fortune cookie. Life will soon become interesting.
Okay.
But I mean, that's kind of fitting since it's the first episode of the Sami Owens show.
You right. Oh, okay, hold on. Actually, on that note, speaking of interesting, back to that hypothetical. The cops show up. You show them the fortune. You're like, I just pulled this out of my cookie, and the staff is being really weird. Can you do something about it? They're like, oh, yeah, for sure. But first, can you hold this for me? They hand you another fortune cookie. Do you even grab it? Like, do you risk it?
Honestly, out of pure curiosity, I would open it up just to see what it is. Because
you know what's inside? Guess what's inside?
Hopefully not the inside of my house or a picture of me sleeping.
That was a way better answer than I was gonna say. I was just gonna say it was a pipe bomb.
Oh God!
It just want you dead. Evil. God, a picture of me sleeping.
Honestly, I thought that was where you were going with this.
That's a really good answer. Holy crap! All right. Oh, holy shit. Oh. What do you think about Benedict Cumberbatch? You know, Benedict Cumberbatch, Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah. I honestly don't watch many Marvel movies, so like the only ones I've seen recently are the 3 Spider-Man movies with Tom Holland because my brother made me watch them.
Hey.
Honestly, not bad. Except the ending of the 3rd one irritated me.
Why?
Oh, speak of the devil.
He's there? Call the priest!
The power of Christ compels you.
Get out of my house!
Okay, but spoiler for anyone who hasn't seen the latest Spider-Man movie.
I mean, it's been a year. It's kind of on them if they haven't seen it yet.
True. Well, how he wants the spell done where everyone forgets who he was, that just is like, why? And why not just talk to MJ about who you are and get to know her again and just try to fix everything?
That's true. It'd be super hard to make that work. Like, he'd have to try really hard, but on that same note, if it really, like, hurt to discuss the parameters of the spell, it kind of seems stupid that Doctor Strange wouldn't be like, oh, by the way, this is what happens. Like, the master of all magic, and he's just like, oh, yeah, by the way, I'm not going to tell you anything about this. It's like, everybody's not going to know who you are anymore. It's just like, can you undo the effect of this instance? Like, who knows? Maybe that could work. But they don't really do that. I don't know.
Honestly,
it was definitely like, by and large, the best film of Phase 4, because everything else kind of sucked from what I heard. But at the same time, there's a lot more they could have done. That plot could have been a little more airtight, and I feel like it kind of rode pretty heavily on the fact that the other dudes were coming back.
Right, and if he can see every single outcome of what could happen, why didn't he just pick the best one so that only, like, MJ, Aunt May, and Ned, I believe his name is.
Yeah.
Just know who he is. Well,
I
maybe
think
like
part of that
Tony
was that-
Stark and everyone else a part of the Avengers.
Well, he had that cool green rock that made him do that, and now he doesn't have it because the weird fat guy whose name I don't know has it now.
Wait, what weird fat guy? Do you know what he looks like?
I don't know.
Wait.
I think he might be Mandarin, I believe. He's the
Oh no,
Asian gentleman.
that wouldn't be happy like my brother was wondering.
No, the other fat guy, the guy who's also a wizard.
Oh god, I have no idea what his name is now. I'm curious about that.
I think I know what his name is, but I'm gonna sound like an asshole if I get it wrong. I think it's Wong.
Let's see, Doctor Strange.
I'm gonna look it up too, just because I should have probably just looked it up before I did that. Let's go, Wong Marvel. Okay, it came up. Okay, this guy. Okay, he's not that fat actually. Sorry, that was a little mean. All right, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't getting that wrong because I would have sounded like a douchebag if I got it wrong.
Hey. Oh, there he is.
What the hell? He looks way cooler in the comics. I don't know. I just don't want to imply that he's forgettable, but he kind of is. Like, he doesn't do much. Here's how he looks in the comics. Way cooler. Why is he not bald in the show, then? Like, that makes... I guess it's a different take, but... I don't know, man. What? Oh, I thought he had
Oh,
hair.
yeah, he
His hair.
does look so much cooler. Like, no disrespect to the actor, but...
It's pretty bad. It's not the actor's fault. They just didn't
Right.
cast the guy. MC Bones. Oh, wait, no way. Hold on. Benedict Wong? Is that his name?
Wait.
Oh, no way! That's hysterical. The guy... Okay, so... The guy's name in the Marvel Universe is Wong, and the guy's actor is named Benedict Wong. So he has the same last name.
And he has the same first name as Benedict Cumberbatch.
That comes full circle. Never mind, that was good casting.
The
Fair enough.
perfect casting. Well...
Oh, by the way, question for you.
Alright.
The world's largest horse.
Alright.
Granted, the average horse is about 5'3" and horse average weight. Let me look that up just to make sure I'm not getting it wrong. The average horse is 930 pounds. The world's largest horse, however, guess what? A, guess what its name is. B, guess how tall it is. C, guess how heavy it is.
Alright, I'm going to guess the name is... I don't know. Seabiscuit.
Seabiscuit.
That's the only stereotypical horse name I can think of.
You didn't think of like maybe Charleston or like Biggie?
Oh yeah.
How about Bertha, Chungus, all sorts of things. Here's a picture of it. Don't look at the name of the document.
Alright. Oh my god, that is massive.
He's huge. The guy standing next to him is roughly the density of his neck.
Look at the size of that neck, though. My god. How tall is that man?
Not too big. He's alright, I guess.
Well, I mean, like, if I knew his average height, I could probably figure out an estimate for how tall the horse is.
Okay. Well, no, you don't get to estimate. You just have to guess. I forbid it.
Okay, I am just gonna guess,
Okay.
8'6".
8'6". Holy crap!
I don't know.
Okay, okay. So let me put that in chat just to make sure. 8'6". Okay. What do you think his weight is?
1,217.
Okay. So to answer these questions, his name was Brooklyn Supreme, which is like
Oh,
one of the most commanding, unfathomably based names I've ever heard. If my mother named me that, I would not be a 5'11" nerd. I would be a 6 foot tall, buff, like Mongolian warrior. That's what I would be. That'd be fucking sick. I'd be part of the mafia. I would be bending people over my knee like Bane. I would be snapping people in two. I would be eating raw flesh. I would be like a typical hunter. I would be ginormous. Anyway, he was 6'3", which is no 6'6" rather, which is like well larger than most horses. And get this, 3,200 pounds.
oh my
He was
god.
he was over 1 ton, closer to 2. And guess what?
What?
He's bigger than bison.
How big are bison?
I believe they're like 6 foot even. I can double check. How tall is a bison? But I believe they're around 2,000 pounds. So males weigh up to 2,000 pounds and stand 6 feet tall. He was noticeably bigger than a bison, which is like shocking. Oh, that's something else, man.
That is just insane.
No, he's a big horse. He's a big boy. Oh, God, dude. If only I were like that. I'm trying to be like Brooklyn Supreme. You have no idea. The amount of nefarious things I would get into, the amount of people I would challenge, the social norms I would shatter.
Right, and you could probably get away with it because they would be
I'm a
afraid of
horse.
how tall you are.
And I'm a horse, you know?
True.
Dude, I'm going to be such a problem.
Man,
Actually,
now I'm not going to be able to stop thinking about how massive it is. Well, the
clip
horse.
that. Someone clip that. Someone
No,
clip that.
don't clip
that.
that. No, don't clip that.
I'm just enthralled by how big it is. It's huge.
That's what she said.
How can you fit all that in one horse? That's some good stuff, man.
But to get
How many people do you think he could feed if we like served? Did you know that some countries eat horse? It's not great for you since it's red meat, but like, I don't know. Some places do. Some places eat ponies. Some places eat guinea pigs. You know the Peruvians eat. I think it's Peruvians eat guinea pigs, and apparently it tastes like chicken.
But I think there was a McDonald's in some other country that was serving horse meat for their burgers.
Yummy.
So I could see that happening.
I'm pretty sure some McDonald's actually serve lobster or like curry. Kind of depends on where you are. It's a differentiated marketing, baby. Or not differentiated marketing. I suppose most places and countries that like curry serve curry. I suppose that's just like regional shit. Yeah,
Right.
not too bad. I don't know. I'd give it a shot. Would you eat a guinea pig?
Honestly, if it was already dead, then yes, I would try it.
Oh, that'd be fucked up if you like go to some country and they're like, "Oh yeah, you want some guinea pig?" And you're like, "Yeah," and they just hand you and they're like, "Do it." Like, what? Do it. Go on, earn it. Okay, we're not gonna baby you. Okay, you're in this territory. You're gonna do as we do. Kill that guinea pig, and they hand you this comically large axe, and they're like, "Do it." And it's looking up at you. It's like, "Please, please, I have a family. Please, I don't want to die." And you're like, would you do it?
No, I would
Like,
not be
it's-
able to.
And it's like, if you don't do it, we're going to. And he's like, "Dude, please, 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 you gotta help me. You gotta help me, man. I swear I'll get clean." Would you do it? I mean, you have an axe, and the guy in front of you doesn't. But it would be a little culturally insensitive.
That is a tough question. Because
I'm gonna be honest, I have more respect for the person whose country I'm visiting than I do for the guinea pig that I'm about to eat. I would go, sorry man, I don't make the rules, besides, I trust these guys.
you make a great point there, and I'm just gonna go out and say this. I have butchered chickens before.
Yo, same!
Like, I stayed the night at a friend's house. They are ex-Amish, and
Ooh.
I volunteered to butcher a chicken when they were doing it, and it was kind of crazy how they just kept flopping around after their heads come off.
You're right. I don't know if I would include that in the video just because that's a little gruesome.
Yeah,
I do agree. It is kind of shocking.
Yeah, I'll edit that part out.
That's fine. No, yeah, but like I think I would have more respect for the people whose country I'm in and the culture that they are providing me. And I wouldn't want to impose or be rude. So I'd be like, sorry man, rules are rules, and I would cleave that guinea pig, and I would feast upon him. Now, conversely, imagine if they hand you a guinea pig and it's like you're just like in America and they're like, "Hey man, when in Rome," and they put an entire guinea pig in their mouth and swallow it whole like a snake. What is your honest reaction?
I would be terrified. Because just swallowing an entire guinea pig like a snake?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I hate snakes. So...
Really?
Yeah, there's been a lot of bad experiences when it comes to snakes.
I feel that.
But that part would terrify me, and I would probably just punch that person in the gut and run.
Understandable. I do the same thing. Snake people scare me.
Yeah, I would not like that. Like, at all.
What's wrong, buddy? Afraid of some snake people? Afraid of reptilian creatures disguised as your own kin? What's the matter? Does that scare you?
Reptilian people, no. Just snake people, absolutely.
Oh.
Now, if there was like a Komodo dragon person hybrid of sorts.
You'll put your hand near his mouth. He's got bacteria in there that's like
if done right, it could look cool, but
absolutely. But at the same time,
like I wouldn't want to get too close.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. What were you saying?
I would say you'd kind of be you'd be enabling furries, you know.
Nah,
if
I'm
that
just
came into existence. Like I don't trust what would come after.
No, that would be a scaly.
Is that the term?
I have no idea.
Probably, I'm sure that exists.
You know what? Let's find out.
Whatever you're into, I guess. I would not look that up on Google. You were going to get some weird stuff.
Right.
Some risky business you're playing, but you're doing it. You're doing it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna wait.
Oh.
You know what? This is why incognito mode exists.
Hey, you're right.
Okay. What is a reptilian?
A reptilian furry.
Yes. Reptilian furry called. I was right, scalies.
Okay, so that is real.
I just took a wild shot in the dark.
Oh, did you now? Or are you speaking from experience?
No.
You're scaly, aren't you?
Okay, just because I dress up like a dragon one time for Halloween does not make me a scaly.
Admit it, you like lizard ass. Admit it.
No.
Admit it, I've seen what you look up. You did it on stream.
Wait, what?
You just did it.
Well, I'm
Oh, no,
not on stream. This is a recorded
I suppose this is
video.
recording. You right.
I recorded this after a stream.
That's true. One of these days, I'm going to get you to spill the beans, Dakota. Everyone's going to know how much you like lizard women. What is that?
Oh, it's a duck I won at bingo.
Oh, that's nice. What's his name?
Bill.
All right. Okay. All right. I see. All right. Yeah. Okay.
In fact, I won that out of a claw machine on my first try. Along with this other one that I won on my first try.
Impressive.
Yeah, that is
Holy
where I
shit.
use up all my bingo luck. At the claw machine.
Your bingo luck?
Yes. Yeah, because every Thursday night I like to go to bingo with some of my coworkers. Like, it may sound boring, but it's fun. I don't really get out of the house much.
That's fair. Yo, speaking of bingo, I guess kind of loosely, because that was his name-o, and he was a dog. Guess what the world's largest dog was, and how big he was?
Oh, God.
Because he's a big boy.
I bet it's going to be named, like, Maximus Supreme or something like that.
Maximus Supreme? Oh, no. He's not a horse. Well, go on. Give me your best shot.
Alright, so... Oh, God, I don't even know what the tallest dog breed is. Like, just
Well,
going up...
Take a guess.
I'm gonna guess, like, maybe 10 feet tall. Like, maybe...
Are you... Keep in mind, the average adult male is 6 feet tall.
Yeah, I am aware of that. I am aware on how short I am.
Sorry.
But yeah, maybe, like... Yeah, let's go with, like... 8 feet tall, then maybe 400 pounds.
Okay. So, he's a Great Dane. His name is Zeus. And he was...
Why didn't I think of that?
No, that's all right. At 3 years old, he was 3 feet 8 inches tall, and when he was standing on his hind legs, he was 7 feet tall.
Oh
He's
my
taller than
God.
most people. He's 155 pounds.
Oh,
Here's
I
a
was
picture of him.
way off on...
Here's a picture of him. And they let that asshole on the couch. Can you believe that? Imagine how much stank he gets everywhere.
Oh my God.
He's a big boy. It's a large-ass animal.
That is huge.
He's a big boy. He's a big old dog, yeah.
Oh.
A large beast. A nefarious creature. Well, on that note, is there anything else you'd like to discuss, Mr. Owens?
Yes, there is, in fact.
Go on.
It is time for the first segment I like to call What Goes On in My Mind. So you know how...
Porn! He thinks about porn!
No. You know how Matt is short for Matthew and Pat is short for Patrick?
Yes.
Why is there no Matrick and Patthew?
Huh. I guess it never really occurred to anybody? Either that or people just kind of got lazy. Kind of in the same way that Bob is short for Robert. It doesn't really make as much sense as it is. It's like, people just kind of like, will create a nickname for you that sticks. Like, as much as it would make sense to call you, like, Matrick, like, people will just hear, like, Matthew and call you Matt. I think it just ties to the fact that that wasn't their actual name.
True. And another case. Would Rat be short for Ratthew or Ratrick?
Rathew. No, probably... Yeah, Rathew. That's my take, at least. Seems much more polite. Seems like a relevant name. Kind of reminds me of some of my cousins.
Yeah, like someone you would, I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe go grab a bite to eat with. Have, like, conversations about your childhood. I don't know. While Ratrick sounds like just someone random you'd meet on the street.
He sounds like somebody who kidnaps kids. Wouldn't put it past him.
That's just his hidden dark side.
Kind of like the name Douglas. Nothing about it is like specifically concerning, but I can definitely view someone named like Carl or Douglas doing some nefarious shit. It's just me though.
You hear that, Carl and or Douglas? I'm kidding.
Yeah, I got my eye on you, bud. I see you hanging around parks. I know you shouldn't be there. Okay. What did that judge say about schools and playgrounds?
Yeah, 1,000 feet.
I got my eye on you. 10,000 feet. Damn, wait, 10,000? He got 100 times the length away from a fucking deer's playground? What did he... that's a question I don't want answered, actually. I'm good.
Same here. Oh, but do you have anything else you want to discuss?
Yeah, I think... Hold on, let me find him. Okay. I want you to find your favorite designed Pokemon. I want you to get ready to send it to chat, and we'll both send it on 3. And whoever is it, and if it's not the same one I picked, I want you to know you're wrong. Okay? I got mine ready.
Let me just... open up my browser.
Delete all these porn tabs, spyware, Bitcoin mining. Here we go, Pokemon. That's what we need. Let me see your bones. All right. You ready? If you're having trouble, just right-click the image, hit copy image, and then go to Discord, and then hit Control-V, and it'll just go in.
Alright, I got it.
Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, send it.
Where is
Ooh! Okay, that's a good, yeah, that's a good take.
Ooh, I love Heracross.
Heracross is like the only, like, I don't know, he's like the only bug I wish was more optimal. And I won't lie, Roaring Moon's pretty good. However, I don't think he's as charming. Look at him, look at those big
Yeah, let me
eyes.
show you one of my other favorite Pokemon.
Oh? Okay, wait. If you're doing that, give me a minute. Find another one of mine. Here's another one of my favorites. Oh, hold on. Okay, I'm ready if you are.
Yeah, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, send. Okay, yeah, that's a good take too. Nothing offensive. This is pretty good.
Yeah, Komodo is a beast.
I wish he was better. You know, it's kind of hard to build him. Okay, and before we leave, find one more that you know is not a popular pick.
Okay.
One that we're definitely going to agree on, because I know for a fact you're, like, I don't know, you seem pretty open-minded. You'd probably be like, I guess, but I'm going to be honest. I don't blame you if you don't agree with me.
Alright.
Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go! Oh, no, I'd agree with you on that. Onyx is pretty... I can already see your face. I know you're thinking about it. You're holding it back.
Honestly, I have just seen this Pokemon so much in Scarlet and Violet, and it was a little annoying at first, but it's a great Pokemon with a great moveset. And
Yeah.
I used Onyx in Let's Go Pikachu as a part of my main team. I named him Tremors.
That's a good name.
And he was so much better than what people were saying about him.
Yeah. He's cool. But, you know,
Right, but
I gotta be honest.
there's a reason
I think,
that Steel exists.
Yeah. I also, I kind of like, I don't know, I've used this in Nuzlocke and playthroughs. Pure Power is such a good ability. I wish he was above average, but I understand why he's not. If he had good stats, he would be completely broken. But I don't know. He's all right. He looks ugly as hell, though. I would not want it in. If I saw this thing on my front porch, I would shoot it. I would shoot it until it died. But, you know, he's all right.
Fair.
The other two, you know, everything else before this, I would be fine leaving on my my property. This thing, this thing looks like it's on a registry. I don't want it on my property.
Like, if Pokemon were real, I would love to have an Alpha Heracross, because
Ooh.
Heracross is honestly adorable, and just a bigger Heracross. What's not to love about that?
Keep in mind, he might be kind of gross just because he's a bug, you know?
Right, but if he kind of looked like what he did in the anime.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'd be chill with that. I
Or
would
maybe
that
like
one.
in Legends Arceus.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind that at all. Seems like a nice guy.
Just keep him away from Bulbasaur, then we're good.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that. Yo, I would let it eat any trespassers. I would let it kill and eat trespassers, like, no lie.
Not gonna
That's all,
lie, if someone tries to break into your house and there's just a big Heracross just sitting on the couch, they would
cooked.
run.
They're done. They're cooked. You kidding me? Because, like, rhinoceros beetles in real life can, like, lift, like, literally hundreds of times their own body weight. Like, they are the strongest animal per square inch. But
Right,
bro,
I would know
well,
that. I did a project on the rhinoceros beetle in one of my classes senior year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a nature class where I was the only senior in it, and everyone else was like 9th grade or 10th grade.
Oh, no, that sounds awful.
Actually, it was pretty chill.
All right. No, like, weird kids doing TikTok dances?
Oh no, this was... I don't think there was a single person in there that even went on TikTok.
Oh, thank God.
I could be wrong, but it was mainly just some people who were fans of my channel, and they were asking, "Hey, when are you uploading again? When are you uploading again?" Like stuff like
that's
that.
Sweet. That's nice.
Yeah.
You should start uploading more. Post your
Yeah,
streams to YouTube.
I should. I should upload more of my streams.
That's what I'm saying. Or just do highlights. You already have the content.
True. And besides, this is going up on YouTube.
Hey, that's true. And with that being said, actually, I'm going to go head out.
All
I
right.
got some buddies I was going to hop on with later tonight. But, Sammy, I appreciate you having me this fine afternoon.
Do you have anything
me
you'd
on the
like
show.
to plug before you head out?
My girlfriend's art account, gemsart.tv. It's on TikTok. It's on Instagram. If you want commissions, they're open. She is a phenomenal artist. I wish I had.
She
stuff on my
truly
computer
is.
to
I've seen some of
do.
her art. It's just mind-blowing.
Criminally underrated. So, if this gets out there, if people find this and have a taste in art, give it a shot. It's really good. But, that being said, have a good night.
Yep, have a great night. It was an honor having you here.
It's an honor being here, my man. I'll see you around.
Yeah, make sure you hit that like button, hit subscribe, and comment if you want to join a future episode. But with that being said, have a great rest of your night.